Hey guys! Cheshire here with another insight. The date is September 1st, 2021. As I ponder my thoughts, it really has been hard to not blast the world with profanities and anger. The world is all over the place. Things are crazy. We are always in a whirlwind of chaos. In 7 months I have seen the country I absolutely adore and born in go nuts. I also seen the country I live in now turn into a prison. We have a plandemic running around trying to kill us all according to the news. I can say one thing for sure, this sickness sure is smart. Smartest sickness ever. It tells time, knows when you're standing and sitting, can count, even knows what months it's going to hit hardest or stop. Not even a shot can cure it. Now that last statement gets me. It must be true. Last night on Irish newscast, one of the 3 leaders not voted in by the people but are in power due to emergency plandemic. And yes, that is why Ireland was the last one to come out of lockdown and longest in lockdown in the EU. So they could keep control and power. The 10 Asti Leo with a last name that hook on phonics could not pronounce said that October 22nd they will open the country up. He said tables in restaurants can only have 6 people. I guess the virus only attacks on the 7th one. He also said that the shot has temporary immunity and needs boosters. I'm sorry, but he said what? Temporary immunity? So people are getting shot up and now they have to have another shot cause it's only a temporary fix. Sounds like a drug addict. The drug wears off and got to get another. This is a money game. Plain and simple. Now I will go on to my next insight. There is a disease hitting the world but no one sees it or even knows they suffer from it. The victims not only have it but pass it around. That disease is called lack of common sense, fog brain. The symptoms of fog brain are the inability to make coherent thoughts come out the mouth, the inability to use one's brain to think clear rational thoughts, the inability to think for oneself and think the government has all the answers. The characteristics or signs they are suffering is the inability to not be able to stop watching mainstream media, see cartoon characters and toys as harmful adversaries who are gonna offend them. The fact that a book is gonna harm their super sensitive egos. Oh, and a tiny fabric over the mouth and nose is gonna stop a liquid from entering and killing them. When if you see a towel it gets wet it soaks through. They have all the answers, don't believe me, just ask them. That is the true disease, many suffer from it. How to cure it? Well, there is not a shot to solve it. But if we pray for them, perhaps there is hope for them if it is God's will. Only the Spirit of God can penetrate that much darkness. I have another insight. This one is not so pleasant to talk about. I have been avoiding this, but it is now at all our doorsteps in every country. We are being invaded with foreigners everywhere, not just the United States. We have leaders who I think in the end of this will be stoned or worse for their deeds. For 2 years been locked up like criminals while criminals run the streets free. Cause our governments decided it was safer than them being in prison due to a plandemic that was planned years before, who the CDC has patents for. By the way, they have it for cancer too. After the truth comes out, if ever, folks are gonna be really mad. Don't even get me started on the food or the kids. Trust me, guilt will eat away at you. I have the luxury of having 2 countries I call home. I love them both. My heart is with America at the moment, so I speak a lot about it. I know the history of America. Well, most of it. Considering most of it fake. But it will come out soon, I hope. I lived there my whole life. Was born in military family. So I am very angry that Biden killed our Marines for revenge. No one talks about it, but days before the Marines said no to the jab. So I think Biden had to remind them who he was. I am a firm believer it was for that reason. The folks he left behind, my heart is enflamed with compassion and anger. I am so glad I am not there. My significant other says I would be in jail. Most of all, I am furious at lawmakers in Washington. Shame on them calling folks to resign. Giving them a choice to save face. I say, oh hell no. Why should they have that right? As they slowly take ours away. I honestly think they should be tried for treason. All of them, this whole administration in DC. They are incompetent, and I also think Jill Biden should be found guilty of spouse abuse and abuse of the elderly. Letting him get on TV acting like a clown so she can be the queen. I think every general who followed the orders to carry out this operation in Afghanistan should be arrested and court-martialed. This is treason, plain and simple. I am tired of all these hearings and nothing done. Fauci running around saying mask up after lying under oath they don't work. Tired of it all. Now here is something I need you to do to get the ball rolling if you want Mr. T back. First of all, pray. Second, I need you to contact your state legislatures and representatives to make media responsible to tell the truth and demand accountability for the fiasco in Afghanistan. Very important. Bug them. Call them every day. Email them. Make them uncomfortable. If you're mad, voice it to them. Not enough to just wait for intel to come. Quit sitting on your hands, get to messaging. I also need you to do a big one. Contact the FCC, the Federal Communications Commission, complain to them about your local news not being honest and partially telling you the facts. It does not matter if they do anything at the moment. We need the FCC to be full of complaints. When enough are recorded, they will put the station in 90-day probation, meaning they will be under scrutiny. That is long enough for the oddies in states to be shown on media. So the truth gets out there. We are giving you the tools to fix this stuff. If you do not use them, then do not complain about something you are not willing to try to do. We can try, that is all we can ask of ourselves. I for one am tired of being locked up waiting for them to force the jab in my arm or worse. Also, do not march on 11th, they are gonna do AFF like Jan of this year. Well, that is all I have to say about it at this time. For the patriots holding the line, thank you for your love of country. For the soldiers and veterans serving and served, thank you for your sacrifice. For the military families around the world, we love you and thank you. For the doctors telling the truth, thank you for your honesty. For the politicians, quit listening and do your job or lose it. To the man sitting in tyranny in DC, may your time be short along with all the rest of you losers in DC. Good day. If you like this content, please like, subscribe and share. Thank you for listening to a Purple Cat. Hopefully I can persuade you to see more of me in the future. Till the next one.